Again, good afternoon and welcome to the Marketplace. This is where we analyze the markets, talk about business trends and investments, and of course, how global developments are impacting business activity right here in Ghana. My name is Emmanuel Abuaji-Wiafi. Coming up in this edition, all is set for the 15th edition of the Ghana Banking Awards, which comes off tomorrow, Saturday, August 27. Also in this bulletin, workers of the Atuabo gas processing plant in Takoradi in the Western region have been demonstrating. And government is planning to raise about 25 billion cedis through bonds and treasury bills for the rest of this year. These are the headlines we're working with for the afternoon. My name is once again Emmanuel Abuaji-Wiafi. You can stay interactive with us by tweeting at Joy Business GH is our handle. Facebooking Joy Business is our page. And for more business news updates, log on to myjoyonline.com/business. We'll be right back after this.
The good steps you take every day can help you live healthier and happier.
Like starting your child right.
Being among good companions.
Getting help and advice from friendly professionals. And protecting yourself and your loved ones.
Then, good life becomes an everyday thing for everybody so we can all enjoy peace of mind. Good life is doing what's best for our health and well-being at every stage of life.
Good life, it's an everyday thing. Good life, live it well. Good Life from Ghana Health Service and Partners is here to make healthier, happier living an everyday thing.
Hello again, thanks for staying and welcome back to the Marketplace. Now to our very first story. Dominating the retail banking space would be one of the major priorities for management of Union Savings and Loans, which would soon be known as Omni Bank Limited. The company has been undergoing restructuring and recapitalization in the last 4 years. Management says all is set for it to transition or to transit into a universal bank come September 12.
Union has been operating in Ghana since 1989 as a Tier 2 bank with a focus on SME development. The transition to universal bank status would enable the company take on additional services and meet the needs of its customers, which are growing by the day. Speaking to Joy Business at an engagement with clients in Accra, Managing Director of Union Savings and Loans, Philip Putimesa, said its focus as an SME bank would not change. He explains the switch would enhance its SME services.
The SME space is quite broad. Sometimes we misunderstand it. In fact, Ghana, the GDP of Ghana, SMEs contribute more than 50% of that. So this tells you that if you want to focus on that space, there's a lot in there to do. Okay, but let me add that we are upgrading. Now we are not talking about SMEs, we are talking about entrepreneurs. And you know that when you look at the African story, it has actually been built by entrepreneurs, individuals and their families. And so what we are looking at is to come into the space and support people who have vision to grow, to become big in Africa, to achieve their dreams. And so we've moved slightly up rather than staying just on SMEs.
Some customers of Union Savings and Loans who spoke to Joy Business said they expect management of the bank to prioritize customer satisfaction as they make the changeover.
Customer satisfaction. Nowadays, we have mobile bank. You don't need to move to your branch to transact business. Anywhere you are, you should be able to have access to your funds. And I believe that is one of their hallmarks. And I believe if they are able to maintain that, yes, that is all. Because we move around a lot, and they should be able to help us do that. From region to region, and I believe we'll be cool with that.
As a bank, We're expecting that they would continue to serve their customers in a very efficient and competitive manner. They have said that they will do it, and we're expecting that they would stick to their promise and even add more. With regard to being an SME bank, I think it's a very good initiative. We're looking to growing local businesses, and so if a local bank, is looking at growing local businesses, I think that is a positive thing for the economy, and they must be supported to do so.
With an initial capital of 5 million Ghana cedis, Union Savings and Loans currently boasts of over 140 million Ghana cedis as capital strength, operating 21 branches across the country.
Now, commercial banks in the country continue to make huge investments in technology to reflect current trends in banking. Analysts expect such investments to eventually boost profitability of banks. But are customers responding to these changing trends? Darryl Kwao again has more.
Sophistication in bank services over the past years is driving the demand for higher levels of service by customers. Digital banking has now become the order of the day, offering convenience and flexibility to customers by putting services at their fingertips. As a result, various banks are pushing to invest in technology to provide a means of catching up with customer needs. According to a report by PricewaterhouseCoopers, about 70% of bank customers rate technology as a key area they expect banks to invest in. But are customers really responding to the changing trends? Malco Afajinu is head of marketing and communications at Stanbic Ghana.
Well, I believe that the newest technology of this generation is the mobile phone. And if you look at the fact that mobile phone penetration in this country is over 160, 170%, and you look at the internet penetration in this country, which is growing exponentially, you look at the speed to which people adopt all the latest app, and the extent to which usage is near universal. And you juxtapose that with our level of education and our comfort around applications, we have the groundswell, the critical mass, to be able to leverage technology for our individual, personal, and economic growth. And that is what we are doing.
Currently, 10 finalists are battling for the ultimate prize in the Stanbic Money App Challenge. The challenge is aimed at engaging programmers and software teams to develop innovative financial education tools to help users, especially the youth, in the management of their finances. Mr. Afajinu explains this is part of efforts by the bank to enhance financial literacy.
Financial knowledge, or the absence, the lack of it, is one of the challenges we have as a people. It's been the bane in several ways. It's been a cause of a lot of worry in so many homes. And for different people, they'll tell you that it's always a challenge to get a handle on their money and their money matters. So what this does is to try and bring the best talents in this country who have the capacity, who have the ability, who have the creativity to come up with appropriate applications. And then we're going to give these apps to people to use to solve their different financial challenges and issues.
Joy Business spoke with some of the finalists.
The problem Kudify seeks to solve is a problem that most young people face. You start the month with, say, 200 Ghana cedis. Halfway down the month, you're left with 20 Ghana cedis. You don't know what happened to the money, but then it's the little expenses that sort of drained the money. So what Kudify does is it gets very personal with the user and tracks everything the user uses, from buying credit to snacks to water to everything. And then with that information, the app now gives you intelligent tips as to how to save your money.
We built an app called Sikapong, and Sikapong has 4 main features. You have news, you read financial related news. We sell books to financial related books. We have an expenses manager that you can track all your expenses, income, expenditure, and we display them in a graph form so that you don't have a hassle, like you know where your money is going, where your money is coming from. Yeah, we display all of that to you without any hassle. And the fourth bit is we have tutorial flashcards where we give short tutorials on financial related topics. So let's say we give information about treasury bills. You just open the app, tap on it, and then you flip through the short tutorial. So basically that's Sikapong.
The final.
Now, it's that time of the year again when banks look forward to being recognized for their excellence in various areas of their operations. We're talking about the prestigious Ghana Banking Awards, that is the 15th edition, which comes off tomorrow evening at the Kempinski Hotel here in Accra. There's more in this report.
For the banks, the coveted Bank of the Year award is always the ultimate target due to the bragging rights it offers them as a market leader. But how about the customers? Do these awards have any bearing on their decisions at all? We asked some bank customers.
Okay, it will be the first thing I'll consider, a bank that has won an award. It will be the first thing I'll consider, because a bank that has not won an award, no matter how big or popular, it means that what you are doing may not benefit me, because awards are given to people, those who are doing something that is benefiting at least almost everybody.
Some banks are there, when you go and save money there, they'll run with your money and you can't earn like much for them. This you have to gain interest back. But such like banks, you can't gain any interest. So for me, like I'll go for the ones which have won many awards, because that means the bank is good and people have helped.
The award doesn't really mean anything. That's personally anyway. So depending on what benefits I get for my business or whatsoever I'm into, either a student or maybe I'm a lecturer or maybe I have a business, or so it depends on my own personal benefit. That's what influences my choice for a bank.
If the bank has got so many awards and maybe it hasn't reached me, I wouldn't mind to go there, but on conditions of getting there and I get to know that the awards they had is in vain, I also take a decision.
When I'm choosing a bank, I would like to, when I see that the bank has gotten awards from recognized bodies in the country or by the people that the awarding body, it gives me the confidence that, okay, I can trust these people with my money.
And what of the Bank of the Year? Well, according to EcoBank, last year's ultimate winner, the impact on its operations cannot be overemphasized. Patricia Sapo is the head of corporate communications.
The banking awards, I think it's an excellent exercise. It's a good exercise as it recognizes and rewards excellence in the banking industry. And for us in EcoBank Ghana, the award has really been impactful because, first of all, it has strengthened the brand. It has enhanced the brand. It has reinforced the fact that, we are doing something right, because the feedback is from our customers. So it's just a testament of the good work we are doing. So one, it's assured our clients that, we are on the right path. But basically, it has assured us we are doing the right thing. We are doing what our customers expect. And probably we are even delivering beyond their expectation.
The 15th edition of the Ghana Banking Awards comes off tomorrow evening at the Kempinski Hotel. It is organized by Corporate Initiative Ghana and supported by Joy Business.
Meanwhile, the awards board says all is set for a historic award ceremony this year. Chairman of the board, Nana Utue Champon, has been speaking to Joy Business about preparations so far, as well as the methodology for evaluating the banks are concerned.
Very ready. We have finished the survey because the Banking Awards is based on quantitative and qualitative survey. Quantitatively, we look at the financials of the banks involved, and qualitatively, we interview through our researchers, customers of the banks, both at the retail level and at the corporate level. And I'm pleased to say that the surveyors completed their assignment, so it's now with the event statistician.
You're still watching The Marketplace with me, Emmanuel Abwaji Riafe. We're taking a quick break here. When we come back, we'll bring you some more developments in the world of business. Thank you very much for staying and welcome back to the marketplace. Now, workers of the Atuabo gas processing plant in Takoradi in the Western region have been demonstrating today. According to the workers, their actions have been influenced by some safety lapses on the plant, which is putting the processing plant in danger. The workers maintain that a fire safety system at the strategic installations have been seriously compromised. Let's hear some workers of the Ghana Gas who spoke with Joy Business.
And it will not affect operations in any way, in the sense that even if the numbers had turned up, we would not have been affected. There were contingencies already in place to keep the plant going. Most of the people who were expected to turn up who didn't.
The management is very bad. We also have a system that does not recognize hard work and reward it. Simply put, we have very bad working conditions here. I mean, we have a system that is not looking out for the welfare, even the plant that we suffered to build. We have people who have been on the plant and working under the Chinese for close to 2 years, and the agreement was that we look after them, they train us in the next year, and they will take over by the second year. It has been ineffective. We are calling for Ghanaians to be employed. We are capable of managing the plant. We are capable of taking over from them and having the specialized training done for our own Ghanaians so that we can manage this plant. As we speak, you won't believe it. This is a plant that has fire extinguishers which have expired for more than 8 months. And when engineers took a drastic action by bringing these fire extinguishers out, they were giving queries and stuff. This is how the gas plant is being managed. The $1 billion project that we spend taxpayers' money in building, this is how it's being managed. We have a very high level of inefficiency in the management system of Ghana Gas. Gas plant is considered as one of the most explosive plants you can ever think of. Even the home gas cylinders are dangerous. We have fire extinguishers which have expired for more than 8 months here. We brought them out after it failed to work during a fire situation here. We brought all of them out to the reception. And to our surprise, the engineers were rather giving queries.
So those were some agitating workers of the Ghana Gas, the processing plant at Atuabo in the Western region. Now, meanwhile, management of Ghana Gas is assuring that the demonstration will not affect the plant or its operations. Communications officer or manager of the company, Alfred Ogbami, gave this assurance. But before then, my colleague George Wiafe has been following this particular development. And George, you were there with Alfred. But before you come in, tell me, what is the background to this?
Well, basically, some of the workers that you had in that sound that was played over the pictures were trying to make a case that the safety of the plant has been compromised because there's supposed to be some reviews that are supposed to be done regularly, and that has delayed. But when you also engage management, they say that the last safety audit or review was done in February, and the next one is due the end of this month. So those concerns there are not true. About the service conditions, recently their salaries were reviewed by almost 30%. But one issue that was of concern to you and I and many people out there was about the status of the plant, whether today's action was going to cause them to shut down production.
Exactly.
Let's listen or watch more Alfred Ogbami, what he has to say to us in this interview.
There were contingencies already in place to keep the plant going. Most of the people who were expected to turn up who didn't were people who were off duty. You know, we run shifts. Night shift, day shifts, and all that. So they were anticipated that a number of the guys who were on the evening shifts or off duty would, between 1:20 to 1:50, would turn up for the event. Apparently, only about 20 to 30 did. And they had to abandon the event midway. Work is ongoing, gas is being supplied. Nothing whatsoever has been affected. Indeed, as I speak to you, and I told you much earlier, there's a scheduled plant maintenance shutdown, scheduled one coming off from the 31st to the 7th. And indeed, some of these things will be replaced. These are not things that have expired. Or these are not parts that have expired. These are working parts that would expire under demand. That is why we're shutting the plant and to replace these parts. It's just sad that you would have people working at a plant who are aware of these developments. I planned that release over a month ago. I have it on my computer. Indeed, I'm actually contemplating whether to even issue it out today, because my plan was to do so over the weekend against Monday.
But what about the contractual issues that they raised with management, the Chinese and the Ghana Gas, and which they believe that has an impact on their service conditions?
I do not see how that has an impact on their service conditions. First and foremost, what are the issues they're raising? We are ready to take over and manage. There is an O&M contract, a contract for which even the funding became available to us to construct the pipe.
Now, George, is this related to anything related to the VRA debts?
I mean, you're right on that one. As we speak right now, they've made some supplies to VRA that has not been paid. But what we get from the Ghana Gas companies, that they are working actually with government. Because don't forget, the government is a major shareholder in Ghana Gas company, and government itself also is a major shareholder in VRA. So there's some discussions with the board to start with those payments, running into $350 million. And what I get from Ghana Gas is that that'll be paid very, very soon.
Now, what exactly are workers demanding? I mean, what do they want?
I think that improved service conditions. They also think that the time has come for them to take over the management of the plant as well, because currently the Chinese are leading the management of the plant. But what we understand, there's an agreement between the Chinese partners who gave us the loans that after the third year of managing the plant, there will be a transition to Ghanaian management to take over. So that agreement, they've got into the second year, and next year Ghanaians will take over. So if you talk about the salary issues, Ghana Gas National Company says we worked on that one. If it's about the management of the plant, you have just 1 year to take over. If it's about safety issues, by the end of this month, they'll be shut down for a period and we'll do that review. So we don't think, according to management, that these workers really, or some of the workers, have a case.
Do they really have what it takes to manage the plant?
I mean, there has been reforms or plans in place for them to. So as we speak right now, the Chinese are supervising at the plant. So the next year, Ghanaians will gradually take over. And for the workers, the argument is that they have what it takes to manage the plant. But management is also saying that it's a gradual process, and we will get there.
All right, thank you very much, and we hope you bring us updates on this particular development.
Thank you, Wiafe, to be on business.
All right, so George Wiafe is a business correspondent right here on Joy Business. And this is where we wrap up on the program, Marketplace. Thank you very much for staying with us. You can stay interactive always by tweeting at Joy Business GH, by Facebooking Joy Business is our page. And for more business news updates, log on to myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Emmanuel Abuaji Wiafe. Thank you very much for watching. Join us again on Monday.